Hi, Ray Hayden here, and in this video I want to talk about a couple of different things. First off, this is one of my VEDA videos, video every day in April, and this is VEDA day 3. And the first thing I want to do is mention I'm using OBS software. Now this is the stuff we can use when we stream, okay? And the reason why I'm recording this video, one of the reasons to multitask on a single video is to basically say that whether you're streaming, once you have the thing set up for streaming properly, or just recording, which is very easy to set up. You can do that, and the only difference between streaming and recording, other than some settings issues, is just hitting a button. You can either start streaming or start recording, and you're good to go. All right, so that's just what I mentioned about that. So practicing the thing by recording videos and then deleting them and stuff like that. Record them onto your own computer, delete them if you don't like them, until you get used to using the software in a convenient, effective, and efficient way. Speaking of convenient, effective, efficiency, I'm taking up a big chunk of our screen. Let me fade down to a smaller image, and let's go into what I wanted to talk about here today in my day 3 of VEDA, video every day in April. I'm in Creator Studio up here. I'll just highlight that. That's Creator Studio. I'm Analytics Overview. And what I want to click on is Watch Time. Watch Time is something that, like I say, I watch 100% of your video. There's a reason why. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now, this isn't going to give you, I don't think this gives you the, okay, it doesn't give you the information that I'm talking about with the percentage of watch time. But what it gives me here is this basically from 600 to almost 1,200 minutes, okay? This is almost like a heart attack in a basket. So what I do is I go over here to the daily thing and I scroll down to daily rolling 28-day average. I click on that, and this is a much more digestible graph in which to look at. And you see, hey, look, it's not shooting through the roof, but it's not diving, it's not tanking out either. And on the far left, it says we got 11 hours of daily watch time on average. And on the far right, it says we got 14 hours and 15 minutes. So from 11 to 14 hours in the last month is a 3-hour per day increase in watch time on average on my channel, averaged out over the previous 28 days. So this is a much more sane way for me to look at this information, and I greatly appreciate that. So if you're looking at any of the graphs that are on the overview page, switch them into the daily rolling 28-day averages to get a much more, digestible graph. Some of my views here is the average duration is one of the things I want to see at. And what this is going to give us is that really important part of the graph that I really want to talk about is this average percentage viewed. What we're looking at here is 32%. Okay, so here's 50% up here at the top of this graph. Okay, up here where it says average percentage viewed. We really want to be at 100%. And this is a very important statistic. And again, this is really not telling me a whole lot of stuff I want to know. So let me put the 28-day rolling average on there, and it fluctuated down. Okay, so this is why I give everybody that 100% view. All right, and sometimes I give somebody more than 100%. And the way you do that is if you're watching a video, maybe you missed something and you want to see something again, you back up the video by just clicking back earlier on the timeline. That particular video, if you watch it all the way through and then you click back earlier on it, it gives that viewer or that particular video better than a 100% watch time and watch time percentage. So this is what I talk about when I say I watch 100% of your video. This is where it's very important that we can watch as much of a video as somebody's that we possibly can. Because, right now I really only have a 32% average of view time, which does not, how do we say? It doesn't really blow my skirt up. But it is what it is. And I think a lot of that doesn't have to do with anything else. I mean, it's nobody doing anything wrong. Let me tell you where that comes from, in fact. I pretty much have that right here in the last 48 hours under real time. Let me show you something. It's just a hoot and a half. Estimated views for the last 48 hours, all right? So this is fun. The number one video over the last 48 hours, it had 138 views, all right? And I shot that video on January 10th, 2017, over a year and several months ago, right? A year and 3 or 4 months ago, okay? That's how long ago I shot that thing. And it has to do with the Asus Zenfone front-facing camera. It would kind of die on people, and it did numerous times on my phone, but every time it died, I fixed it. every time I fixed it, Asus or Android would come out with some security update or something. It would screw up my fix. The front-facing camera would die again. I'd go in there and hack around on my phone, get it to work again, and I'd publish the new fix. Most of my dislikes come from the Asus front-facing phone. And the reason why, I guess they think I work for Asus or something, but no, I'm just somebody hacking my phone and making the front camera work again. I publish the fix every time I found a fix, but they're not finding one that it's not working for them. So they dislike my video. Thank you very much, appreciate that. Anyway, so it is what it is. But these people also don't subscribe to my channel either. So I've got thousands of people viewing these videos. Not a single one of them, I don't think a single one of them ever subscribed to my channel. So, it is what it is. But this is also where you get really short, people watch for 5-10 seconds, they didn't get what they want, they're out, and they just like your video on the way. Thank you. And that's what you get, So people are people do what people do, they don't get it. They just don't understand, they don't get it. So that's where we take the bath on that. So be careful the kind of videos you want to make. You want to make, videos that are more entertaining kind of videos. Those will probably get longer percentage. Vlogs, a video log, they will probably get a longer percentage of a view because people tend to take interest in the person making it, and then they will hang out with you longer. But anyway, so I think that's one more thing I want to touch on real quick. Sorry this thing went as long as it did. Let me touch on one more thing real quick, and that's in the channel section. And I want to hit the monetization network. Let me go back for a second. This is absolutely hilarious. It says I'm partner verified up there, which I think is hilarious because I just can't have any money. But speaking of money, let's click back into monetization. This part of the page right here will tell you exactly where you are at in your hours. So you need to get to 4,000 hours over here. And my current number of subscribers is 1219. This is the most current official number as far as YouTube goes, because this is the page where you ask for monetization back. My page is currently set up that when I do meet the 4,000, in theory, it's supposed to automatically go into the review process again, but we'll see what happens when it is. And I'll when I make the 4,000, hopefully I still got more than 1,000 subscribers, and I'll go ahead and make the update of what's going on there. But for that, this is a pretty long video every day in April video. So I'm going to wrap this up now, and until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.